Bill, one of the leadership practices of Jesus that you have identified that you adopted for your own life was that Jesus made family important.
Well, I believe you need to make family more important than anything else. I mean, I talked with you about the fact that number one on my list is God. God comes before everything else, and then my wife, then my family, and then business and other people. So, Jesus proved that because his first miracle was at a wedding feast. And his mom comes to him and says, hey, we're running out of wine. By the way, for all those people who think wine's a sin, I guess we're going to kind of disprove some of that because, let me just look this up here for you. Yeah, here it is. It's in John 2. It says, Jesus changes water into wine. On the third day, a wedding took place at Cana in Galilee. Jesus' mother was there, and Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine was gone, Jesus' mother said to him, they have no more wine. Again, mother's asking, tell me no more wine. Woman, why do you involve me? Jesus replied, my hour is not yet come. But this term woman was a term of endearment. I mean, I want you to make sure you know that. His mother said to the servants, do whatever he tells you. I mean, he had already established so much credibility that his mother is saying, hey, you guys, just do what Jesus says. I mean, wouldn't you love to have that kind of respect in leadership? I've been to Nazareth. I've been to where this took place. And it just blows my mind because it's just a little old dinky town, But Jesus had so much respect that his mother says, you just do whatever he says. And when Jesus did something, he did it on a great scale. I'm going to tell you, as a leader, we should do things that are great in the eyes of our followers. Because what he did was he made about 120 gallons of wine. And the guy who's in charge of the house, the master of the house comes, takes a drink and says, hey, what's going on here? You're supposed to serve the best wine first, and you saved it to last. Because you see, Jesus always gave more than was expected, and he always gave the best. And as a leader, that's what's expected of us. We should give the best to our family, and we should give the best we can to our staff. And we should be respected. Now, I'm not Jesus, but I tell you what, I want to be like that guy when it comes to leadership, because he knows the best way to become an effective leader.
I'm going to ask you some questions here. This whole thing of making family important, family values. It's sort of a catchphrase of, forgive me here, but of a sort of a conservative right wing. But that's not the kind of family importance you're talking about, right? Family values. I mean,
well, I tell you, I believe one of the greatest ways to break a leader or to cause him to fail is for his family to go south. I mean, so many men that I met that were great leaders, they would have they would stop taking care of their family, they would end up losing them in a divorce, and then they would just fall apart. Well, we've had a great example of that just recently with a golfer. I mean, his family broke down, and you guess what happened? His life is a shambles. He's gone from number one on the list down now. Why? Because he didn't make his family number one in his life. And so that's what I'm talking about. That I mean, forget about right wing or left wing. If you have a family, they should be the most important people in your life.